Good morning, children. This is Venugopal again for Little Heart Publications with Class 1 English, Lesson 1, The Mouse Which Became a Tiger. You remember we completed the first 3 pages of the lesson. Now we have to continue with the 4th page of the lesson, that is page number 8 in the textbook. Let us recall what happened in the first 3 pages of the story. There lived a sage in a thick forest. Around the forest there were very attractive trees. Many birds lived in those trees. One day a crow happened to see a small mouse, and it swooped down, caught hold of the mouse in its beak and flew back to its branch on the tree. Then he saw a big fat mouse, and he started wondering. He opened the mouth to say the words, "Oh, what a big fat mouse." As he opened the mouth, the small mouse fell from his mouth onto the ground. And this crow now wanted to catch the big fat mouse. He swooped down, but in the meanwhile, the big fat mouse crawled back into its hole. The small mouse went into the cottage where the sage caught hold of him, took him into his hands, sprinkled some water which relieved him of pains, and he started wandering around the ashram, squeaking happily. Suddenly a cat came into the ashram. The mouse was afraid of the cat. He ran back to the sage and asked him to change him into a cat. The sage agreed and uttered the words, "Turn into a cat." Now the mouse turned into a cat. After some days, a dog entered the ashram. Now the cat was afraid of the dog. He went to the sage again and asked him to change him into a dog. The sage agreed and uttered the words, "Turn into a dog." Now the cat turned into a dog. Some days passed like that. One day, the dog happened to hear a tiger roaring loudly in the forest. He felt frightened. He was very much frightened. He went back to the sage again and made a request to him, "O sage, turn me into a tiger so that I need not be afraid of anybody. I can live in peace in the forest." The sage agreed and changed that dog into a tiger now. So the mouse first changed into a cat, then into a dog, now finally into a tiger. Now let us turn to page number 4 of the textbook. Page 4 of the lesson, page 8 of the textbook. He roared loudly and the whole forest trembled with fear. The tiger roared so loudly that the whole forest started trembling with fear. Now the tiger was not afraid of anyone. He wandered the forest in a carefree manner. He wandered the forest in a carefree manner. In a fearless manner. Now the tiger, of course, tiger itself is a very powerful, very ferocious animal. He was not afraid of anyone now, and he started wandering the forest without any fear. The crow watched all this. Which crow we are talking about here? The crow which first caught that mouse in its beak, that crow saw all this. What did he see? He saw the mouse changing into a cat, then into a dog, and finally into a tiger. He said to a parrot, there was a parrot nearby on another branch of the tree. He told the parrot, do you know that he is not a tiger? He is in fact a mouse. Do you know, my dear parrot? The tiger is in fact not a tiger. That he is not a tiger at all. He is in fact a mouse, a small mouse. The parrot said, hey crow, are you mad? Do you mean that this big ferocious tiger is a mouse? Parrot was shocked at the crow's words. Hey crow, what are you talking? Are you mad? That's a tiger we can see. Are you mad that you are saying it is a small mouse? Do you mean that this big ferocious tiger is a mouse? This big, ferocious, very fearful animal. Ferocious means fearful, cruel. The crow said, the sage who lives in the ashram can perform many miracles. This tiger was actually a mouse, but because of the sage's miracles, the mouse first turned into a cat, the cat turned into a dog, and the dog turned into a tiger. So this tiger is only a timid little mouse. Now the crow revealed the truth, told the truth to the parrot. What did he say to the parrot now? He told all what happened there. The sage who lives in the ashram can perform many miracles. Miracles means magics, wonders. You know, dear parrot, there is a sage there in this ashram. He can perform many magics, many miracles. This was actually a mouse. This tiger at the beginning was actually a mouse. But because of the sage's miracles, the mouse first turned into a cat, the cat turned into a dog, and the dog turned into a tiger. So this tiger is only a timid little mouse. Timid means not brave. Timid means not brave. Now you understand, parrot? This tiger is actually not a real tiger. It's a timid little mouse. The tiger overheard the conversation between the crow and the parrot. The tiger who was roaming around near the ashram, he overheard the conversation between the crow and the parrot. What was the conversation between the crow and the parrot? The crow was telling the parrot that the tiger was indeed a mouse, it was not really a tiger. He felt insulted. He felt insulted with the crow's words that he was actually a small mouse, a timid little mouse. He felt greatly insulted. He began to burn with rage. He began to burn with rage, uncontrolled anger. Rage means. He began to feel a lot with anger. He felt so angry that he started getting agitated. He thought, as long as this sage is alive, no one will accept me as a tiger. Now the tiger thought, yes, as long as this sage is alive, no one will accept me as a tiger. No one will agree that I am really a tiger. Everyone will keep on insulting me. Everyone will keep on insulting me, will go on or will continue to insult me. All the other animals and birds will continue to insult me. So, It's better that I kill the old sage. So finally, the tiger thought that he should kill the old sage, then every other animal would accept him as a real tiger. And as long as the sage is alive, he knew or he thought no one will accept him as a tiger. And not only that, he thought that every animal and every bird in the forest will be insulting him, continue to insult him. So he decided to kill the sage himself. He decided to kill the sage who had given him so many farms, who had actually saved the mouse from the crow, and then on his request first turned him to a cat, then turned him into a dog, and finally turned him into a tiger. Now the tiger wanted to kill the sage. Thinking thus means thinking in this way, thinking thus, the tiger rushed to pounce on the sage. Rushed means ran quickly. The tiger ran quickly to the sage to pounce on him. Pounce means make a sudden attack. He wanted to attack the sage and kill him. So he rushed towards the sage. The sage was startled. He was suddenly alarmed, shocked, surprised. Why this tiger is coming on to me? He was startled. He realized the tiger's evil intentions. Realized means understood. Here he realized the tiger's evil intentions. Evil means bad. His bad thoughts, intentions means thoughts. The sage realized or understood the tiger's bad thoughts. At once he said, "Turn into a mouse." Immediately he uttered the words, "Turn into a mouse." And at that very moment, the tiger turned into a mouse and began to squeak. The next moment, after the sage uttered those words, the tiger turned back into a mouse again and started squeaking. See, children, how the story has ended. Can we imagine this kind of ending to the story? What moral can we have from this story? The tiger first saved the mouse and changed him into whichever form he wanted. But finally, the same mouse, when he was a tiger, he wanted to kill the sage. And sage finally taught him a lesson by turning him back into a mouse. The moral is, we should not forget the help rendered by the others. We should always remember, we should always be thankful to those people who have helped us. We should not even think of doing any harm to those people who have helped us. Okay, children, that is how the story ends. We are going to discuss the exercises now. All these exercises, the key for these exercises will be said to you, but first let us have a discussion on these exercises. Okay, children. First part in let us discuss a task for summative assessment. It is first given under A. What have you understood? Means the way you answer these questions, you can understand whether you have understood this lesson or story properly or not. So, when we start discussing the questions and do other exercises, that means we are going to discuss the story once again. We are going to recall the story. Let us see the first question. Where did the sage live? The answer for this, the sage lived in a beautiful ashram in a dense forest. Now, how is the answer formed? You can see that there. It must be learned at this stage itself. How to frame an answer for a given question. Where did the sage live? So, if you look at this, did live. In the answer, it changes into lived. The sage lived where? In a beautiful ashram in a dense forest. Question number 2. What did the crow catch in its beak? The crow caught, because the V2 form of catch we have tried in the answer. The crow caught a little mouse in its beak. This is how we write the answer for this question. What did the crow catch? Did catch becomes caught in the answer. The crow caught a little mouse in its beak. Okay, like that we need to frame the answers by looking at the textbook. In the same way, question number 3, what did the sage change the mouse into first? Means when the mouse first went to the sage, what did the sage change the mouse into? Yes, the sage changed the mouse into a cat first. So that's how we write the answer for these questions. Let us see the third answer. What did the sage change the mouse into? First. First means at the beginning. So you can write the answer. First, the sage changed the mouse into a cat. See this, did change becomes changed. What did the sage change the mouse into first? First, the sage changed the mouse into a cat. Question number 4, why was the dog frightened? The tiger was frightened because he had heard a tiger roaring in the forest. This is how we write the answer for this question. Why was the dog frightened? The dog was frightened because he had heard a tiger roaring in the forest. Fifth question. How could the mouse change its forms? Did the mouse change its forms on its own abilities, or how could it change its forms? We know that it all happened because of the magical powers of the sage. So, what do you write the answer for this question? The mouse changed its forms because of the magical powers of the sage. That's how we write the answer for the fifth question. Okay, children, all these answers and the key for these exercises will be sent to you, no problem. Let us see the next one, A2. Write whether the following statements are true or false. The ashram was in a dense forest. Is it true or false? Yes? Yes, the ashram was in a dense forest. It is true. The mouse first changed into a dog. Is it true? The mouse first changed into a dog. No, it's not true. It's false. Because the mouse first changed into a cat. Third sentence, the mouse cat was scared of a dog. Mouse cat means what? The mouse which changed into a cat was frightened of a dog. Yes, of course, it is true. Fourth one, the sage turned the dog into a mouse again. Did the sage turn the dog into a mouse back again, or first the dog was changed into a tiger and then tiger into a mouse? What is correct? Fourth one is not correct, it is false, because the sage turned the tiger into a mouse back again, not the dog into a mouse. Fifth answer, finally the tiger killed the sage. Is it true? Did the tiger kill the sage? No. So it is false. First one is true. Second one is false. Third one is true. Fourth one is false. And fifth one also is a false. Now, language in use. This is what we call in our language grammar. Language in use. Verb 2, past tense. So, what are the grammar topics discussed in this story? We can see that there in the one, verb 2, past tense. This is the topic, the first topic in this exercise. Read the sentences given there. Many birds lived in these trees. Meanwhile, the sage came out of his cottage. At once, the mouse turned into a cat and began to mew. Now complete the sentences given below. Write them in your notebook. Use the V2 form of the words underlined. Hari goes to school every day. Yesterday he did not dash because he was suffering from fever. He did not go. Did is used there, so we have to write go. Did not go. Second, Hari eats bread and jam for breakfast, but yesterday he dashed chapatis. What is the V2 form of eats? Ate. So we have to write ate in that blank. Meenu visits a temple every day. Yesterday she dashed a mosque. Visit, V2 form of visit is visited. So Meenu visits a temple every day. Yesterday she visited a mosque. you have to write visited there. Ravi watches TV regularly. Once he dash TV for a day. Watches past form or V2 form is watched. This is what we have to write in the last blank. Minu sat to write a story. Let us see the next one, B2. Bit B2. She said she had the following hints to use, but they are not in a proper order. Now Minu wanted to write a story. She had some hints there, but those hints are not in a proper order. So we are asked to help Minu in putting these sentences in a proper order to make it into a complete story, correct story. Write the sentences in the correct order. You can begin like this. What can be the first sentence there? Once a crow was very thirsty. The first sentence. So after that, you have to read through the sentences and find out the correct order of the sentences so that it can form into a complete story. Once a crow was very thirsty. Then sentence number 6. He flew around the forest in search of water. First one is once a crow was very thirsty. This is given there in the textbook. Now the second sentence in the order is sentence number 6. What is that? He flew around the forest in search of water. Then what happened? Second one, he saw a pot. This is the order, correct order, see. He saw a pot. There was some water in it. Next sentence is 8th one in the order. First, next sentence is sentence number 6. You have to write in the correct order. Next sentence is sentence number 2. Next sentence is sentence number 8. There was some water in it. Next sentence is 1. The water was at the bottom. The water was at the bottom. There were some pebbles nearby. Sentence number 5. Next in the order. The crow got an idea. Sentence number 3 in the order. He picked up the pebbles one by one and dropped them into the pot. Sentence number 7 in the order of the sentences. The water came up. The water came up. Sentence number 10. Then finally, the crow drank the water and flew away. This is the order that you have to follow. First, after that 6th sentence, after that 2, then 8, 1, 5, 3, 7, 10, 9. If you write these sentences in this order as per the numbers given there, you will get the complete story. Okay, children, this is how you arrange these jumbled sentences, sentences which are not in a proper order into a proper order, then you can convert that into a story like that. Look at the sentences here in B3, bit B3. I am scared of the dog. Do you know that he is not a tiger? I am scared of the dog. Second sentence. Do you know that he is not a tiger? Sentence 1 is called a statement. Statements end with a full stop. You can see that there it's a statement made by some cat. I am scared of the dog. It's just a statement or the words spoken by a particular person or animal. Whereas the second sentence is called a question. It's called an interrogative sentence because there is a question mark at the end. So, the second sentence is called a question, and questions always end with a question marks. You can see that there. Now, put a full stop or a question mark at the end of the following sentences. Okay, children. First one, many birds lived in these trees. Do you put a full stop or a question mark at the end? First one, it's a full stop only. These are the answers that we are writing. Second one, why don't you turn me into a cat? It's a question. Second one is a question. The dog heard a tiger roaring in the forest. It is a statement, so full stop. Do you mean that this big ferocious tiger is a mouse? Fourth one is again a question because do you know? It's a question. So we write a question mark at the end at the fourth sentence. The sage was startled. There is a full stop there because there is no question, it is a full stop. It's a statement. Now, word no. See, bit C. Word no is nothing but vocabulary, your word power. You have to know some words on your own from what you have learned from a lesson or from a story. For example, the mouse was small, the cat was big. Hare ran fast, tortoise ran slow. Now read the following sentences. Is the mouse fat? Fat is underlined there. No, it is thin. Means what? We are writing the opposite words of the underlined words there. Okay? Now answer these questions in the same way as above. Use the opposites of the words underlined. Has the crow opened his beak to utter something? What is the opposite of opened? Opened opposites. What is that? Closed. This is what we have tried in the first blank, the first bit. Are you comfortable in this small room? No. We feel uncomfortable. Comfortable, opposite is uncomfortable. Has the tiger roared loudly? No. What is the opposite of loudly? Feebly. F-E-E-B-L-Y. Is the mouse big? No, it is small. What is the opposite of big? Small. Is the tiger only a timid mouse? Timid opposite is brave. Like this, you have to write the words there to fill the blanks in that exercise under word no. Then we have in D pronunciation and E spelling. Let us see pronunciation. Pronunciation means what? Bit D is pronunciation. This is bit C. Now bit D is pronunciation. What's the meaning of pronunciation? Pronunciation is the way we utter or say words. This is pronunciation. Read the following sentences. He swooped down and caught the baby mouse in his beak. What is the sound of EA in this word? Beak. The mouse began to squeak. Do you get the same pronunciation in both these words? Yes, of course. Beak, squeak. The underlined letters in both the words give the same pronunciation or same sound. Now read the following words. Listen to the sound of the underlined letters. Leak, teak, creak, peak, freak. All these words give the same sound. Now we have to fill these blanks in the 5 sentences using the words given in the box, in yellow box. This chair is made of dash wood. This chair is made of, what is that? Teak wood. T-E-A-K, the first blank. Teak wood. Teak rhymes are, sounds the same as beak. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the Himalayas. Peak means the topmost part of a mountain. There is a dash in the water container. What do you find there in a water container? Leak. When there is a leak in the water container, water automatically flows out. The minister died in a freak accident, in a silly accident. Freak. The doors creak and we are all frightened. When you see, when the doors, sometimes they make a creaking noise when you close them. That is what is our sound called creak. So you can see that all these 5 words give the same sound. The same letters are there. You can see. In all the words, the common letters are EA. Okay, children, a very important exercise. We have to know the pronunciation properly. And before we conclude, we will take up spelling exercise under bit E. With that, we come to the end of this. Let us just see the spelling. Say, bit E is spelling. And English is nothing but spellings only. If you write all the things, all spellings correctly, when you are writing a test or in a sentence, any answer, you are absolutely perfect in that. But spellings are not easy to learn because there are millions of spellings, billions of spellings there in English language. Look at the following words. Observe how the spellings change when the plurals are written. Sometimes we know by adding the letter S, we get the plurals of those words. This is singular. By adding the letter S, we have got the plural of it, right? Sometimes when we write plurals of some words, there will be a change in spellings. Let us see that one. For example, branch is there. Simply by adding S, you will not get the plural form. You have to write, you have to use the letters ES to get the plural. Branches. Baby. When you write plural form, you have to write like this: babies. Cat, cats. Mouses, mouses you cannot write. Mouse plural form is mice. In the same way, cat singular, cats plural. Okay, children, why these spellings change like this will be coming to know in the next classes, higher classes. As I told you at the beginning itself, a worksheet also will be sent for you to answer, and these exercises and their answers, the key also will be sent to you through WhatsApp. Thank you.